prin zeci de cicluri. Boom-ul creează exces, excesul creează dezechilibru, dezechilibrul duce la corecție și ciclul așa se repetă.
Why do we have an elongated business cycle that looks like virtually no other time? In 2021-22, that actually extended the maturity of the debt from 4 years to 5 years. So that extension of the maturity of debt has pushed out the business cycle a year. The 4-year cycle this time around is a 5-year cycle. We don't know what the next one will be until we see where they all end up getting refinanced. This one is a 5-year cycle, and this is what it looks like. A 5.4-year sine curve. 5.4 years is the exact average weighted maturity of the debt, and it tells us the ISM should peak by 2026.
Azi datoria globală depășește 300% din PIB-ul mondial. Asta înseamnă că economia este extrem de sensibilă la dobânzi.
Someone kick it. It'd be cool like that.
Be ready to jump. Oliver, be ready to jump.
Yeah, be ready.
Oliver, be ready to jump.
Când dobânzile cresc, costul datoriei explodează. Când dobânzile scad, prețurile respiră, iar activele de risc reacționează rapid.
Because that's really what gives us the juice in the trade. But the business cycle is really the ups and downs of the economy. Present day is where the ISM is today, which is below 50, so we're in weak territory, but not super weak. Doesn't really matter, because as this chart shows, in that kind of gold box, risk assets are way ahead of ISM. And we have stuff like the China credit impulse that lies much further ahead, or also the ISM survey itself. The central banks, well, they live in the past.
Business cycle-ul are 4 faze. Expansiune, economia înseamnă că crește, PMI-ul este peste 50, companiile încep să investească, lichiditatea este bună. Supraîncălzirea este punctul 2. Inflația crește, banca centrală începe să majoreze dobânzile. Iar punctul 3 este contracția în care PMI-ul scade sub 50, producția încetinește, piețele corectează și acum intervine punctul 4 în care dobânzile sunt reduse, stimul monetar, economia începe să-și revină, acum introducem indicatorii cum ar fi PMI-ul care este Purchasing Manager Index, ISM-ul care este indicatorul american similar. Dacă PMI este peste 50, înseamnă o expansiune economică. Dacă este sub 50, înseamnă o contracție economică. Sunt niște indicatori timpurii care arată direcția economiei înainte să apară datele oficiale dure. Cripto este un activ de risc. Asta înseamnă că este extrem de sensibil la dobânzi, lichiditate, politica monetară, iar când băncile centrale reduc dobânzile, creditul devine ieftin, lichiditatea crește, capitalul caută randament și așa apar bull marketurile. Când dobânzile cresc, creditul devine scump, lichiditatea scade, activele riscante sunt vândute, aici apare de fapt bear marketul. Acum legăm cu datoria. Într-un sistem supraîndatorat, dobânzile nu pot crește la infinit, pentru că ar destabiliza economia. De aceea, piețele urmăresc atent următoarele indicatoare: inflația, PMI, ISM și dobânzile Fed. Cripto reacționează anticipativ, nu la știri, ci la schimbarea direcției politicii monetare. Te întreb, ce înseamnă un PMI sub 50? A. Expansiune, B. Contracție, C. Creștere explozivă. Dacă mai ai alte întrebări la care n-ai găsit răspunsul, cuvinte cripto pe care nu le înțelegi sau concepte pe care vrei să le discutăm cu invitații, scrie în comentarii pe social media.
Dacă vrei să știi pe ce lume trăiești, să știi că magnoliile vor înflori. Pentru că le aștepți. Primăvara nu ratează. Magnoliile, corcodușii, cireșii, zarzării, ploaia de aur, ce frumos. Vor înflori toate și toți. Și te vor scoate din depresie, sigur. Din criza în care te-au băgat Boloșan și coaliția lui de bălării politice, animați doar de bune intenții, cine te va scoate? Ai vrea să știi? Așteptându-ți primăvara care nu mai vine. Și dacă nu mai vine, te întrebi, mai înfloresc magnoliile, cireșii, trandafirii, între atâtea bălării? Ratări și așteptări? Ei, dacă nu ți-am spus-o, să ți-o mai repet ca să știi. Natura nu ratează niciodată. Magnoliile înfloresc atunci când nu te aștepți. Tu, ce aștepți?
România se alătură declarației semnată de Marea Britanie, Franța, Germania, Italia, Olanda și Japonia privind asigurarea libertății de navigație în strâmtoarea Ormuz. Nicu Șordan spune că efectele crizei din Ormuz se simt deja în România. Președintele dă asigurări că România nu se va implica în conflictul din Orientul Mijlociu. 79% dintre români consideră că țara se îndreaptă într-o direcție greșită în 2026, conform sondajului Avangard. Deși AUR rămâne pe primul loc în opțiunile de vot, partidul lui George Simion înregistrează o scădere față de sondajele precedente. Delegația ucraineană poartă negocieri astăzi la Miami cu emisarii lui Trump. Discuțiile sunt umbrite de situația din Golf, iar Kremlinul nu va participa la aceste negocieri, anunță Dimitri Peskov. Pete Hegseth adoptă sistemul de inteligență artificială dezvoltat de Palantir ca nucleu al infrastructurii militare americane. Potrivit Reuters, platforma va deveni sistemul de bază al Statelor Unite pentru analiza datelor în timp real. Și Blue Origin dorește lansarea până la 51.000 de sateliți în cadrul Project Sunrise. Aceștia vor găzdui centre de date în spațiu, reducând presiunea asupra resurselor naturale și infrastructurii din Statele Unite.
Multă vreme mi-am păstrat o rămășiță a inocenței, o șuviță fină, plutind în derivă prin interiorul meu, oferindu-mi o bună măsură de entuziasm, domolindu-mi sentimentul de pierdere și dezamăgirile. Hai să îți prezint pe cineva care ar putea fi vedeta cu imaginea conturată cel mai departe de ce îți imaginezi că ar trebui să fie. Pe Patti Smith ai văzut-o poate la Stockholm, susținând discursul concert pentru Bob Dylan la acordarea Premiului Nobel pentru Literatură. Cartea ei, Bread of Angels, îți arată ce înseamnă să-ți construiești o viață din artă, sărăcie și pierderi succesive. Patti Smith revine la copilăria dickensiană, boli, mutări, apartamente problematice, nu ca decor dramatic, ci ca laborator, unde se amestecă Yeats, Puccini, Biblia, reviste Vogue pescuite din gunoi și un soi de mistică DIY. Memoriile ei combină detaliul foarte concret, cât cărbune cărau ce disc ascultau, cu momente de revelație. Un tablou de Picasso, o copertă de album, o scenă de film care devin puncte de cotitură. Cartea urmărește apoi accelerarea. New Yorkul boem, poezie, Mapplethorpe, Shepard, Ginsberg, Dylan, formarea trupei și apariția piesei Horses. Totul povestit din interiorul unei generații care nu avea alt plan de carieră, ci o nevoie de a face artă care să includă pe art rats, marginalii. Povestea ei funcționează și ca o meditație, privind modurile în care poți să îți păstrezi curiozitatea chiar și atunci când lumea ta se tot destramă. Foarte practic ce înseamnă să trăiești pentru artă, dar nu doar pentru tine. Noaptea ne ascultam discurile, de obicei ajungând la A Love Supreme.
Știu ce spun. Noi dacă eram băieți deștepți, ca să o zic pe românește, puteam să fabricăm aceste drone, niște drone pe care să le folosească doar în scop de apărare.
Știu ce te interesează.
Asta nu știu dacă e
și pricepem la politică.
Păi la politică și la fotbal se pricepe tot omul, nu?
Știu cum să te fac curios.
Un Nemo cu mustață. Cum era șoricelul ăla, Speedy Gonzales, îți amintești? Ăla n-avea mustață, dar mă gândesc la un Nemo, hai să zic, tip șoricel, așa, da?
Știu să te emoționez.
Sunt copii care au
vocații, care sunt foarte buni la ceva, își identifică un talent extraordinar. E păcat să nu-l urmărească, chiar dacă nu trebuie să pariezi totul pe el.
Știu să conving.
Iar acum mi se pare că e foarte palidă reacția României, mai ales prin doamna Oana Ciuliu.
Reacția României, ce poate să facă România? Hai să fim serioși. Știu să câștig. De la noi sau de la tine?
Tamara, merg cu tine.
Bă!
Știu, deci știi.
And today we're gonna hear some insights from Pablo Monti, which is brand manager and spokesperson from BigX. Welcome, Pablo. So, Pablo, how was your day? How is everything going?
Thank you for inviting me. Really nice, really nice. I first time in Romania in general, in Bucharest in specific, and really nice. I get to walk around the city, and I really enjoy it.
How did you enter the crypto industry? Was it a planned move or an unexpected opportunity?
No, it's like everything in my career, it's like an unexpected in many ways. I come from the marketing and comms space, always working on that. I work on a sports TV station in Argentina for many years, mostly on the digital content. That's where I became familiar with the content, PR, comms, and marketing. And then I started to look for new things. I went to start the OTT platform, that is the content for everyone to watch online. And then I started to work on esports and gaming, professional gaming. And after leaving the company and working for us esports club, I started to work on a Web3 esports project that was really, really interesting, connecting both esports and Web3. And that was my door to enter. I wouldn't say I entered the crypto space, I entered the Web3 space. And with that, I started working at BingX 3 years ago.
What does a typical day look like for you? Or is there no such thing in crypto?
No, I can't say there's a typical day. I mean, every day something happens, something you need to pay attention with the market, with everything. So you cannot say you have one typical day. Of course, at BingX we do many things, and probably a typical day would be like collaborating with other areas in the company, preparing for the launch of new products and features that we have in the platform, and relating with partners, activating our partnerships and events worldwide. Many things that make the daily work super active. And to be honest, there's no day similar to the previous one. Many. I mean, there are days in which what you prepared to do didn't work out and you need to reschedule, for example, from the brand. I mean, I work in the brand side. So maybe we have a big launch and everything. And I remember, for example, one time when we were announcing the partnership with Chelsea, the football club, the news got leaked. 2 days ago, 1 day ago, I was on vacation or something like that. It was like crazy, and we needed to speed up the process. It was like we were preparing to announce it in 1 week, and then it got leaked, and then we started to decide if we needed to do it earlier or not. But that's a combination, you know. Every time, it's like they say, every crisis is an opportunity. That was like a crisis, and it ended up being well, and that in those cases you show how good you adapt.
How do you disconnect in an industry that never sleeps?
Well, I wouldn't say you disconnect. To be honest, it's, as you said, it's 24/7. Everything, every time is happening. I mean, traditional finance is used to be aware of the moments in which the markets are open. In crypto, is all the time. That doesn't mean you work all day. It means being aware, paying attention to everything that happens, probably 24/7, and be available if something happens that needs your attention, your job. But it's not like you are all the time 24/7 connected to everything. I mean, we are a global group. a global team, people everywhere. So when someone is sleeping, there are all others that are awake. So it's a group job. I like to balance my professional life with personal life. I enjoy being with my family. I have 2 kids. I like to take them to school, pick them up, take them to sports practice. I like sports a lot, and I practice some sports that I like to do. I played handball all my life since I was 12 years old until now. Now I play at senior level, and I also like beach volley.
Was there a moment in your career that radically changed your perspective on leadership?
To be honest, there were many situations in which probably the moment I in the TV station that I used to work, I got to be C-level quite young at 28 years old. And that changed a little bit the perspective. I started to understand that a C-level position and the decision making and even more when you need to make a decision that is not good for everyone to understand it. And I also can say that since I was young, probably I was not the best version of a C-level because I had a lot to learn yet. Then with the times, I had many bosses, many leaders to follow and to learn from them. And I can say that now I understand that communication, understanding everyone is probably the key for a good leader. It what makes people follow that leader. If you feel that that person is understanding you and taking care of you, that's where you follow that person everywhere. At the end, the leader is the one that should be defining what the rest do. And if you do it well, it's better. And having good teammates is also a lot. It's like a football club. I mean, if the coach is good and the team is good, you win titles. If something is missing, things are complicated. So I understand it's a little bit of both. And the best situation is, sports and profession are really similar in the behaviors and everything. So if you have a good coach and good teammates and everyone pays attention to the other and takes care of everyone, you win titles.
What has been the biggest personal challenge in your professional journey?
I would say to be resilient, to adapt. I've been changing of industries, positions, approaches, and everything, and being able to adapt, to change. It's probably the thing that I believe it's the most important in my professional and personal life, to understand that I was capable of doing what I was about to start doing. And so I will say resilience. I know a very famous handball coach that was coach of the Argentinian national team, and he always said that 20% is talent, 80% is training. For most of there you have the superstars, right? So I believe that everything can be trained. You can learn everything, but probably coming from Argentina, a place in which you have a lot of needs also in the professional level, and you need to do things in a way in other places they wouldn't, or they do it differently, and you need to do it that way to get it done, and you do it anyway, and it gets done, and it's well done. Probably that makes everything easier for me when I need to adapt. At the end of the day, I know things are going to be done and good, and not like just for doing it. So probably I would say that all that history from my youth and to my young adult paved the way to be like this.
Is there a decision would you make differently if you could turn back time?
No, there's a cliche answer that says like, no, I wouldn't change anything because that made me who I am. And I always hear that and I say, well, that's a cliche. But to be honest, in some cases it's true. I mean, it's like the butterfly effect. I mean, if I change something that I did 15 years ago, probably I wouldn't be doing what I do. So I don't know if it's better or worse, but it wouldn't be the same. So at the end, I didn't make any huge wrong decision, or maybe I did and I continue. So no, I would do probably the same.
If you were no longer working in crypto tomorrow, what would you do?
I don't know what it needs to be done. As I said, with resilience, you do. I learned to do anything that I needed at the moment. I've been lucky, well, not lucky, but I had some share of luck in my professional life. But I would say that an industry that I like, I mean, I love sports. I love sports, everything related to sports. And now that I'm working with Chelsea and Ferrari, it's crazy. I mean, I would say that I would like to work for a sports property before I retire, for sure. It's something that I love, I enjoy, and probably doing the same. I mean, communications, marketing, everything, but to be on the daily, I used to play sports, so being on the daily movement of a sports club, for me, it's like Disney World. I understand that there is luck, there is such a thing as luck, but again, I will relate many things to sports because that's what marked my life. And there's a say that says that you need to help luck. It's not just luck. So yes, there is luck. I don't think there's such a thing as an eternal luck, but for sure, you need to help luck. You need to do everything in the right way to try to achieve your goal. And then if you have that extra spicy of luck, you get the result that you wanted. Maybe you get it without that piece of luck, but that I believe that there is something like that. Yes.
What advice would you give to your early career self?
I would say be curious. I love, again, sports, but Ted Lasso, the TV series about the American guy that goes coach a Premier League or English team, and he said a phrase, but that is by Walt Whitman originally, that says, "Be curious, not judgmental." Probably that's being curious and not prejudge anything made me learn a lot of things and get into things that probably not being curious wouldn't have let me happen.
What personal quality has helped you the most in getting where you are today?
Being curious, for me, in my professional life, it's been the differential. I mean, every time I always been leading products and things that were new. For example, I was working on traditional TV, and then I started to work on the digital strategy when everything was moving from analog to digital. Then I started to work on a project of an OTT platform. Then I moved to esports and gaming when that was really new. Then I moved to Web3. So I'm always not moving the trends because I'm not following that. It's been like by chance that I've been following new stuff. Now AI, I mean, and staying and being curious has been the difference. I've been always self-driven and trying to learn everything and watch everything and read about everything. And that curious little Pablo probably allowed me to accomplish everything.
What does success mean to you beyond numbers and trading volumes?
Let's connect it with my current situation and my current job. Probably I would say that for successful in the crypto industry, I would choose 3 words that are simple, secure, and reliable. If you manage to have those 3 and to develop those 3 in the crypto environment, I'm pretty sure you're going to be successful, because it's at the end of the day, right now, 2026, the crypto industry needs simpleness for users. Not everyone is a professional trader. You need to be secure, people that understand that you are trustable, and reliability on both security and performance and user experience and the platform. So I would say those 3 words mark the situation for us at the moment.
Știu ce spun.
Noi dacă eram băieți deștepți, ca să o zic pe românește, puteam să fabricăm aceste drone, niște drone pe care să le folosească doar în scop de apărare.
Știu ce te interesează.
Asta nu știu dacă
Ne
e
și
de bine.
pricepem la politică.
Păi la politică și la fotbal se pricepe tot omul, nu?
Știu cum să te fac curios.
Un Nemo cu mustață. Cum era șoricelul ăla, Speedy Gonzales, îți amintești? Ăla n-avea mustață, dar mă gândesc la un Nemo, hai să zic, tip șoricel, așa, da?
Știu să te emoționezi.
Sunt copii care au vocații, care sunt foarte buni la ceva, își identifică un talent extraordinar. E păcat să nu-l urmărească, chiar dacă nu trebuie să pariezi totul pe el.
Știu să conving.
Iar acum mi se pare că e foarte palidă reacția României, mai ales prin doamna
Reacția României.
Da.
Ce poate să facă România? Hai să fim serioși. Știu să câștig.
De la noi sau de la tine?
Tamara, merg cu tine.
Bă!
Știu, deci știi.
România se alătură declarației semnate de Marea Britanie, Franța, Germania, Italia, Olanda și Japonia privind asigurarea libertății de navigație în strâmtoarea Ormuz. Președintele a dat asigurări ferme că România nu se va implica în conflictul din Orientul Mijlociu. Și 73% dintre români se declară nemulțumiți de direcția în care merge țara și de măsurile adoptate la Palatul Victoriei, arată ultimul sondaj Avangard. Guvernul condus de Ilie Bolojan se confruntă cu un val de neîncredere fără precedent. Tot premierul se laudă cu un buget revoluționar care aduce corectitudine pentru românii, dar 90% din acesta este la fel ca cel din 2025. Bolojan ar putea face o schimbare majoră doar dacă ar reduce aparatul bugetar, spune Cristian Hostiuc, director editorial al Ziarului Financiar. Ministerul Educației refuză deblocarea posturilor de consilieri școlari și profesori de sprijin pentru anul 2026-2027. Sindicatele susțin că aceste roluri sunt esențiale pentru sprijinul elevilor, în special al celor cu cerințe educaționale speciale. Trump pregătește o investiție de proporții chiar în inima Transilvaniei. Potrivit The New York Times, Trump Organization dezvoltă un complex rezidențial și comercial de amploare în apropiere de Patarât, lângă Cluj-Napoca. Clubul de golf nu lipsește.
În fiecare deceniu, o culoare reușește să surprindă spiritul timpului și să îl transforme într-un limbaj vizual universal. Pantone 2026 intră în această categorie rară. Este noul neutru, o nuanță care respiră echilibru, rafinament și siguranță de sine. În beauty, această culoare devine o declarație subtilă, un simbol al luxului contemporan și al feminității moderne. Machiajul anului 2026 se îndepărtează de contraste dure și îmbrățișează armonia, textura și profunzimea. Pantone 2026 se așează perfect între cald și rece, asemenea unei țesături cu turs semnate de The Row sau Jill Sander. Pe podiumurile internaționale, această nuanță apare în machiaje curate, cu accente sofisticate, inspirate de estetica filmelor Sofiei Coppola și de portretele minimaliste ale anilor 90. Tenul capătă un aspect uniform, catifelat, cu reflexii discrete care amintesc de pielea luminată natural sub lumina unui studio de cinema. Pe ploape, Pantone 2026 funcționează ca o bază elegantă sau ca un statement monocrom. Texturi mătăsoase și satinate creează un joc delicat cu lumina, asemenea materialelor folosite în haute couture. O nuanță aplicată pe întreaga ploapă oferă profunzime fără dramatism excesiv, iar un accent subtil în colțul intern aduce claritate privirii. Rimelul în tonuri naturale și sprâncenele atent definite completează un look care vorbește despre control și rafinament. Buzele primesc aceeași abordare sofisticată. Tonuri apropiate de culoarea naturală a pielii, cu finisaj luminos sau cremos, evocă eleganța actrițelor din epoca de aur a Hollywoodului. Machiajul devine o extensie a personalității, nu o mască. Pantone 2026 redefinește ideea de neutral și o transformă într-o forță estetică. Este culoarea care susține frumusețea autentică, care pune în valoare trăsăturile și care traversează moda, filmul și istoria cu o ușurință magnetică. Într-o lume a excesului vizual, acest nou neutral impune calm, lux și claritate. Un cod cromatic care rămâne, care seduce și care scrie viitorul machiajului cu eleganță absolută.
We hear a lot about the crypto market maturing. From your perspective, what does that actually mean in practice?
We are more mature right now because everything is a little bit less hype, less trends. I mean, of course, there are still trends and hype with assets and everything, but in general, I mean, in the crypto industry, it's less hype, less trends, and everything is becoming more serious, if you allow me to use that word. We are seeing institutional companies and organizations getting in here. The traditional finance is also getting inside both ways. We are integrated in traditional finance, and traditional institutions are paying attention to crypto. There is deeper liquidity. I mean, there are many things that are giving us a more mature image. Of course, a more professional risk management, it's crucial, and enhancing all the security measures and layers in all the platforms is something that makes the difference. In the case of BingX, we have like a lot of things for users to feel more safe, like proof of reserves, shield fund of 150 millions to back the money from our users. So again, it's all about simple, secure, and reliable for the industry to show this matureness, and for people to understand that it's not just something fashion or something trendy and something that it's new. It's shaping a new future, and it's here to stay. For sure, as you said, ETFs entering, more institutions entering, that shows this growth in terms of the crypto industry. Is not seen anymore like something new, something trendy, something for people that it's earning money fast and easy. It changed that perception, that perception, and it's crypto is seen by many as another asset for investment, another vehicle of investment, and of course it's more volatile, as you said, with the price of Bitcoin. It's just that's how it works. The crypto industry, it has cycles in which again, in every investment, you should be doing the due diligence. You should be understanding the asset in which you are going to invest. That's for anything from stocks to crypto. So when you understand how that asset behaves is when you can make more decisions and better decisions, more intelligent ones. And it's like that. I mean, in the end, it's going to end up being another asset, another investment vehicle, and with all the extra stuff that crypto brings in terms of speed of operations, no borders, and a lot of things that are changing a little bit the landscape.
AI is everywhere right now. In crypto trading specifically, how does AI actually empower traders instead of just being a buzzword?
Yes. Now we see that probably the narrative around AI in general is how AI is replacing humans and replacing jobs and everything. And it's a real concern for many sectors. In our case, our stance regarding AI is that we understand AI as a tool for users. We still believe that finance is something that should be human-driven, and people is the one that needs to make the decisions. In our case, AI is a tool for our users to make faster and smarter decisions. It's all about reducing all the time that you spend learning about the project, understanding the graphics and everything, and also having less noise. You know, it's like our AI solution, what it brings to you is like, it gathers all the information that it's online, in our internal insights and everything, and it brings you all the information the way you want and the way you need it, for you to have and to make the best decisions. And that's our stance about that. It's like it's the best support possible for trading, and it gives you, it makes you earn time. You don't need to be a lot of time paying attention to everything that happens in the market. You can also have alerts letting you know when the market has a big shift, unexpected shift. So again, we want everything to continue being human-driven, but with all the extra layers that AI can bring.
As the crypto industry evolves, products and strategies are becoming more sophisticated. How should platforms balance innovation with simplicity for everyday users?
Yes, again, I mentioned, I mentioned the word simple a lot of times already. And honestly, well, I understand that BingX is known and well known for being easy to use. Not simple, but easy to use, user-friendly. I believe our UX is great. And simplicity might be the word, but not that the platform is simple. Simplicity in a way that it's simple for you to do what you want to do in a platform. So for any platform, I understand that simplicity is probably the key. Now you have all the time you have new assets, you have new strategies, you have new markets, and everything is coming together, and you need to adapt constantly and try to maintain that user experience as simple as possible for users to have everything in. Yesterday I wasn't paying attention to a conversation at a crypto event, and they were saying we need to reduce the amount of clicks that the people. No, I don't agree with that. It's not about how many clicks they do. It's about how simple and easy is the experience. Maybe you do 20 clicks, but if it's intuitive and people enjoy those clicks, it's not something bad. I mean, at the end, it's how you put things in a way for the user to do what that person wants to do in the simplest and easier way.
In volatile markets, trust becomes critical. What does real security looks like for a global exchange today?
I believe that right now, the best proof of being reliable and secure for a crypto exchange is to continue being there. You know, for a platform that has 8 years like BingX, to continue being one of the top platforms and known by many users, having 40 million users, and everything we do is the best result of our security. But of course, security is something that you are constantly working on. I mean, from the security layers within the platform to having proof of reserves, having shield found, having an ISO 27001 verification. I mean, you have a lot of tools to continue showing that you are safe and secure, and being transparent, in my opinion, giving everything to the users for them to check any time they want, then knowing that their assets and their investments and their money is safe and secure is probably the best way to show it.
BingX reportedly doubled its user base in 2025. What do you believe is the main driver behind growth, and how are you ensuring that growth remains sustainable?
I will be repetitive in some things, but it's because it's our vision at the end regarding to business. And for us, I understand that being able to grow as we grew in the last year, it has to do a lot with security, as you said, but also, at the beginning I said simple, secure, and reliable. Those three parts are the ones that makes us grow, for sure. I mean, we keep all the time the user in the center, and we develop our tools for the user to feel that it's easy to do what they want to do. And then we have all the features that we have in terms of security, and we have AI. I mean, as you said, everyone is following security, of course. I mean, every exchange should be paying a lot of attention to security. Everyone is trying to make the user experience as best as possible. And we are also integrating AI. We are integrating new assets like TradeFi and everything. So when you understand that people are starting to want to do everything in just one place, not to have 5 different apps, 5 different logins, 5 different KYC processes, and everything, and you can gather everything in one piece. That's why you get chosen. And for the future, I would say that it's continue on that way. I mean, in terms of AI, we have a 300 million investment program for the next years to continue developing AI, not just as an assistant for the user, but also to power our platform in general. We continue working on our security, maintaining updated, bringing new features to ensure the users that it's super safe and reliable. And at the end, also there are a lot of educational programs that we are partnering and we are pushing, and that's also a way for new generations to, I mean, naturally, young people are more interested than older one in crypto, but if you add like an educational layer in the middle from the companies that we are involved, it brings more security also from the mindset of the people. I understand that a good competition is always good in any aspect of life, and it's also good because it makes the environment better. I mean, you have a bunch of exchanges that are working seriously, implementing AI, implementing DeFi, TradFi, implementing tokenized assets, implementing security features, implementing a lot of things to improve and to show that crypto industry is mature, as we discussed at the beginning. And that has been leaving out all the bad actors, all the bad players, let's say, when comparing with football. So at the end, good competition makes everyone improve, elevates the performance of everything, what they offer, what they have to give to the users, and leaves out all the ones that are not that committed with the industry in general and with the users in particular.
If you look 3-5 years ahead, what will define the leading trading platforms globally?
And I agree. I mean, things happen and change so quick that sometimes we cannot even plan for a quarter. We need to do things right now. There's no time because things change and change every time. So one of the things that I don't know and that changed the answer is, are we going to onboard new users? A lot of new users? Is the crypto industry onboarding new people, or we are fighting each other for the same users? That's something that we are going to have an answer in the following years, depending on how DeFi and maybe stable coins start to be part of daily life of people. But retention for me is key. Retention is something that other industries pay a lot of attention, and crypto has been not paying that much attention. It was not bringing new users, and I don't pay that much of attention to the current user. Now us and other players are paying attention to our users, VIP programs, and a lot of benefits, wealth management features that try to maintain and retain the user with us as much as possible. But for sure, looking ahead at crypto platforms, I would say that they will stop being just crypto platforms. I mean, we are going to have as much as we can there. As I mentioned before, the users don't want to have 5 different apps. Oh, a crypto this one. Oh, a TradFi this one. Or assets. Having everything in one place will be like the differential, the new way that crypto is going to have crypto, to have TradFi, to have tokenized assets, to have everything that users think of when they are thinking on an investment, and then we need to see how it's going to be on daily payments and stuff like that. But again, being user-centric, understanding that the user is the one that is making the decisions, the one that is using the platform. Sometimes companies develop something because they think, oh, this is going to be awesome, and the user say, oof, this is too bad. So you always need to pay attention to that. That's something that I believe BingX has been doing great, paying attention to users, giving again, simple, secure, and reliable solution for users, and that will be continue to be the differential.
Thank you, Pablo, for joining us today at Tales from the Crypto, and I'm pretty sure that a lot of people who are watching this TV show are gonna learn a lot of inside stuff. So, yeah, I wish you a great day, and for sure we're gonna see each other in the next TV show.
Thank you for your time. It's been a pleasure to be here.
Tales from the Crypto se încheie aici. Mulțumim că ai stat cu noi până la final, iar în concluzie vreau să reții că economia are un ritm de creștere, încetinire și de revenire. Acesta este un business cycle. Crypto nu este separat de acest ritm, reacționează la dobânzi, la lichiditate și la credit. Dacă înțelegi cicluri, înțelegi contextul, iar contextul face diferența. Ne vedem curând!